Their own struggles and emerge as beacons of hope for others. Join us on this inspiring exploration of compassion and resilience. Watch The Wounded Healers tonight at 7 p.m.
This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Laloki hospital nurses in need of training. Inmates eligible for parole to be released. And PM sympathizes with people of Goilala. A very good evening. This is National Emtv News. I'm Jaylee Sapies. Thank you for joining us. Nurses at Laloki Psychiatric Hospital need mental health training to help patients who are experiencing psychological trauma. This was revealed by Director of Nursing Services, Sister Renagi Moliola.
Director of Nursing Services confirmed that within the past few years, nurses lack mental health training at Laloki Psychiatric Hospital.
So for the last 5 years, the training component of this hospital was not fully implemented, in which I can confidently say that there were no nurses sent for mental health nursing training for the last 4 years when we were out of this hospital, and that could be one of the contributing factors why we have scored 26% in our assessment. Also, there is severe shortage of mental health nurses in the shift work, meaning that the hospital also provide 24/7 service 365 days in a year, where we require mental health nurses to be all in the 3 shifts.
She further stated that the need for prioritizing human resource in mental health workforce is one of the challenges that need to be considered.
Laloki Hospital is not only the referral hospital, but it is also a training institution for our only country in here for psychiatric and mental health services.
Sharing her experience, she said social issues are on the rise.
When I was employed in 1990, we were only looking after major psychiatric problems in the hospital. Since 2000 up until current, it's all to do with social issues, in which substance abuse has been the peak of the admissions in this hospital. So if we look at substance abuse, it means that our social issues are on the rise. And this contributes to disharmony in the society, and there's lots of law and order issues in the country, lots of killings on the streets. There's disrespect amongst ourselves in the communities as well, and young children are abusing drugs as early as 6 to 7 years, sniffing now petrols and other substances.
Esther Gane, National Emtv News.
After the 35th CS commemoration ceremony, Acting Correctional Service Commissioner Bernard Nepo, alongside Secretary for Justice Dr. Samson Kua, visited the Bomana Maximum Service Unit to address key challenges facing the institution during the Commissioner's Parade.
Commissioner Nepo highlighted that the lack of discipline within the force and rundown facilities are the primary challenges currently confronting the correctional service.
And so for some reasons, I don't know, I think money no looks away or weakness blow me long management or for what reasons now discipline me drop big time. That is not only rest with CS, but it also goes on to our 2 sister forces. And so it's a growing concern by the public that discipline belong all discipline forces is drop whole time low. not starting with discipline, but time addressing more management team long up, my doctor and chairman is certain sentiments where he really felt for CS. Because some of our facilities are better, quarters that we are living are literally run down.
He emphasized that the service requires committed and disciplined officers to effectively meet the demands of the public. Nepo said this year, CS will be focusing on reflection and reassessment to ensure the correctional service is heading in the right direction.
We need committed, disciplined officers in correctional service. And so when I introduce myself with the team, priority number one for CS is discipline. My friends, this morning, I am not here to create some miracles, but I feel that by emphasizing discipline and slowly touching on issues that are affecting our prisoners and staff members, we will at least get somewhere. And so come September 16, we will now need to reflect and reassess where CS has gone wrong and where we will move on from.
Nepo further called for greater recognition of the correctional service as an essential sector within the government, urging for more attention and support from the government. Secretary for Justice Dr. Samson Kua also addressed the need for improvements within the sector.
People need to help people. So that's been our focus as well from the law and justice sector. People are now focused on people. Law supporting work plus yes. So I'm really excited to work with the Commissioner Imran now. We'll try and work our way through, work with the government and try and support you. Because plenty of time people are focused on people along. Law and police, people are focused on people, all magistrates, people are focused on people, all judges, now all lawyers, but people are losing to law you. Me understand him too. So I have asked our leaders to consciously and intentionally shift our focus to CS as well.
Speaking on Prime Minister James Marape's message, "What more can I do for the country?" delivered during the Public Service Dedication Program on January 10th, Dr. Kua expressed his commitment to working alongside Acting Commissioner Nepo to address housing issues faced by servicemen.
Is what more can I do? Not what am I doing, but what more can I do for my country, for my people? And when I heard the Prime Minister speaking to us last week, Emi touching bel blomia, me drive past the houses plan, me bel misakrai. Because house me run down, kapai ross, window brook, what I leak, and that bothers me. Sector level, we've given instructions to our sector team to focus a little bit more on the CS to see how we can help the commissioner. Improve him sample or rehabilitate him meeting and
The visit and discussions aimed to pave the way for addressing the pressing issues within the correctional service and ensure better conditions for both officers and inmates alike. James Guken, National Emtv News.
Secretary for Justice Samson Kua, in his capacity as the chairman of the Parole Board, says he is working on immediate release of inmates eligible for parole. This was revealed during the Correctional Service Commissioners Parade at the Bomana Maximum Security Unit yesterday.
Kua revealed that he had been regularly visiting prisons and engaging with inmates, emphasizing that those who meet the requirements for parole should be released without delay.
Chairman of Parole Board, na mipla I walk long round lo karabus, na mipla tram harimol totok lo line lo karabus. Na those karabus line man Mary we only eligible or release, mipla must release him all. Walk lo mipla. Lo last year meet like talk sorry long gatal karabus line me sorry through se mipla even come. Mipla just come up time taso na mipla all through day mipla no come. Sorry true because mipla got nupla changes long commissioners so mipla wait stop long only straight paper.
During his address, Kua also spoke on the importance of assisting inmates through the power of mercy, explaining how it plays a role in their rehabilitation and reintegration into society.
Power of Messi, online blow parliament na kamlo NEC. Na NEC sa appoint him chairman blow power of Messi. Last hearing blow power of Messi blow 2022. So sorry true also me play no making one man from 2022 to come blow last year because me play try making one member of parliament come up as a chairman and been hardly click. Because of political movement, he go come. Me play hardly making chairman.
He further elaborated on the processes surrounding both parole and power of mercy, stressing the need for a balanced approach in supporting inmates who are eligible for release.
Time, money come lo karabus, medical karabus, EMSA stop. Now you got Poplar Road, long only can go outside. Poplar Road. Number one, you finish the karabus, blue, now you go. Time blue finish, you walk about. Number two, remission. Bossman sit down here. Walk long and low, Mikinsla. So you see remission, you walk about. Number three, you go to parole. New law change law 2019. So said you come beyond law 2019, you like eligible for parole, but you wait half of your term.
James Guken, National Emtv News.
Prime Minister James Marita has expressed sympathy for the people of Goilala for being labeled under cannibalism.
Following recent news of acts of cannibalism in one of the daily newspaper headlines recently, Prime Minister Marita stated that all Goilala people are okay, just like the rest of the country, and the incident occurred among a family.
For people in Goilala, I do sincerely say in the pain that majority of innocent Goilalas go through when labels are made to Goilala or to our country, for instance. Kill that person, I want to say to the rest of Goilalas are okay, just like the rest of our citizens of our country.
He added that police will continue to pursue those people engaged in the criminal act. Prime Minister Marita encourages all to not resolve issues by killing other people, but report any incident or disagreement to police authorities.
It's offended you throughout the length and breadth of our country in the 50th anniversary. I want to ask, don't take revenge yourself, because you taking revenge will mean that the arm of law will also come down hard on you. Report the matter, no matter how long it takes. Police will eventually get to deal with a report that is lodged. And so I just want to appeal to our people right across the length and breadth of our country. You don't need to take laws into your own hand. If you have been aggrieved or offended by someone in community, whether it's a family member, like what happened in Goilala, or by a community member, or by a stranger elsewhere, don't take law into your own hand.
Lauren Jimal, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Bilong You.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Sports Scene returns in February 2025. Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Papua. How an NRL team based here.
Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Trending athletes. And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name's Gemma Schnobel.
And then all the younger ones will follow.
Join me in February for Sports Scene, only on your #1 to watch, MTV. You're watching National MTV News. Embracing that true change occurs with divine intervention, One Tribe Ministries continue work with Bomana Penitentiary in the rehabilitation of inmates.
What started off as a 5-year MOU around 2017 between the PNGCS and the One Tribe Ministry extended to this being the 8th year of collaboration in the rehabilitation of inmates. Programs that the team will facilitate this week would include mechanical, training of trainers in literacy, piggery, and anger management.
That program deals with the inmates with that snap moment. And a lot of guys, if they had controlled their anger, if they didn't have that snap moment, they wouldn't be here.
Okay, go. Down a bit. Go.
One Tribe Ministries' assistance was amplified by a 20-foot container worth of items shipped from Australia and received by Bomana Penitentiary on Thursday, 16th of January.
And some of the items that was sent was for our cowyard, fencing, piggery, and some items for the agriculture.
Among items brought is a car hoist, an encouraging addition to the penitentiary's humble workshop. Mr. Yamason expressed gratitude for One Tribe Ministries' continuous support.
Due to the financial constraint in the department now, it's hard for us to afford to buy these things. But One Tribe Mission has helped us a lot. This is the second time they are coming in now. First time they came and donate some stuff, and this here they come in with big container full of the items that we need in the jail.
When asked what motivates the work of One Tribe Ministries, founder Pete McCutcheon, as a former inmate himself, had this to say.
For me, when you ask what's the key behind One Tribe, it's exactly that. You will not rehabilitate an inmate unless he surrenders his life to Christ, unless he enters into a relationship with Jesus. The rest is easy. The rest is so much easier. We put a skill in their hand where they go out of prison and they've got that skill to get them self-employment and get a job and make something of their life.
According to the agreement, PNGCS and One Tribe Ministries has another 8 more years of collaboration. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
Kariku MP Peter Iso Aimo has strongly condemned the ongoing harassment of PMVs by NCD police, particularly those traveling to Port Moresby to sell produce at local markets. Iso Aimo emphasized that these individuals have a right to freedom of movement for their daily businesses, and such intimidation is unacceptable.
MP Iso Aimo further called on Central and NCD Command Assistant Police Commissioner Benjamin Turi, Central Province Police Commander Joseph Saleh, and NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika to address the issue.
Wanting to get to their place of market destination to sell their produce. As you've heard from the people involved in the Saturday incident, It's been ongoing for some time, and I'm thankful to the people concerned who have now come forward to make this public in the media.
Iso Aimo also revealed that he is working with other Central Province leaders to develop a 5 million kina market facility to help reduce such issues with NCD traffic police.
You know, every citizen of this country have a legal right to move to their destiny or to their destination, especially accessing market for my constituents or electors in this case, people of Mekewa and Kairuku, including the Gulf people. It's totally unacceptable, the kind of behavior by NCD police. I must condemn this act at the strongest.
His remarks follow an incident in which a PMV owner, Mary Minor, reported a collision between her vehicle and a police car. The police vehicle had been chasing her PMV truck and blocked the road, causing a minor damage to both vehicles. The PMV owner clarified that the truck had not been speeding. If it was, the damage could be worse. Minor also raised concerns about NCD police setting up regular roadblocks between Gerehu and 8 Mile, demanding 300 to 400 kina payments without conducting proper vehicle checks.
Probably last year I witnessed one of these incidents, police arresting us, opened fire, and also they damaged my first vehicle. This is the second vehicle. It's only 4 months old, bought in just last year, end of the year. So with my first vehicle, I also faced this incident and police using abusive language towards me as a mother. Listening to those words are inappropriate and very disappointing, and also showing the gun and jumping over my vehicle, the first vehicle.
Minor also expressed frustration over the financial burden as she is still paying off a loan for her vehicle.
And my concern is, how are we going to repay our loan if the police keep on harassing us along the way, asking for money, and we cannot meet our loan amount due dates at the end of the month or whenever the due date is.
Isoaimo's call for action aims to end harassment and support local business in his electorate. James Guken, National Emtv News.
Department of Works and Highways will be celebrating half a century of independence by delivering transformational infrastructure that drives connectivity, economic growth, and social development. Minister for Works and Highways Solan Merisim has briefed out his targets and priority to the top management of the department to execute within the next 8 months.
Mr. Merisim says Department of Works and Highways' primary target within the remaining months will be the completion of key road links. He said the department need to achieve full connections of all 22 provinces to the national highway network, prioritizing critical missing links and major economic corridors. National highways that will be prioritized are Leh Najab 4-lane project, Ramu Highway, New Britain Highway, Magi Highway, Hiritano Highway, Sipik Highway, Coastal Highway, Omedeng to Wutung, Boluminski Highway, Bougainville Highway, Manus East-West Highway, Kionga to Tabubil Highway, and Wau Highway. He also highlighted the need for completion of all missing link road. He said Karamui missing link road needs to be connected to Kundiawa before September, including others. Mr. Merisim stated that the third priority of the department is to construct and rehabilitate over 500 bridges to ensure safe and reliable road crossings, especially in flood-prone regions. Minister Merisim further stressed that there is need for them to put a stop to usage of hire cars and start buying vehicles for the 21 provinces. They will install vehicle tracking system on all departments' vehicles to address misuse of government's vehicles. Minister Mirisim announced that on the eve of the 50 years Golden Jubilee, PNG must establish the railway system and urge Department of Works and Highways to start developing feasibility studies and concept design for possible routes before September. Esther Gane, National Emtv News.
The Bumayong Road project in Leh has successfully completed phase 1 of the project, with the road officially open for public as of yesterday afternoon.
Leh City has come a long way since being dubbed as the Pothole City. Deputy Prime Minister and Member for Leh John Rosso continues to prioritize maintaining good road conditions in the city. Another section in Leh that has recently been completed is the road project from the Second 7 Junction to the Bumayong Junction. Contractors JV Investment Limited, in partnership with the Department of Works, announced in a statement that the first 2 phases of the projects covering the stretch of road from Second 7 dump site to Rosso Road and then to Kaiser Junction has been successfully completed. It was officially open for use as of 3 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Work will now begin on Monday next week for phase 2 of the project, which will cover the stretch from Kaiser Junction to Sixpacks and then to Bumayong Junction. This phase will include road widening, installation of drainage systems, and shoulder reinforcements for added safety. Meanwhile, during the progression of Phase 2, JV Investment has advised that temporary detours and traffic management measures will be in place to ensure safety. Jessica Nui, National MTV News, Leh.
Reiterating that tourism is sustainable in a setting as diverse as PNG's, the CEO for Tourism Promotion Authority, Eric Uvovo, once again made an open call to the districts to partner with the authority to boost the tourism industry.
Mr. Uvovo alluded to the diverse advantage each district has that would benefit its people economically.
It's the culture that is there. Or maybe a special landscape, something that is unique, in which we'd like to work with them to harness that potential. So it's something that if we see that they have that, then we write to them and tell them that, look, you have that unique cultural product and we'd like to work with you. It again depends on them to come and work with us.
He expressed that with such partnership, potential in the space of tourism may be identified and worked on accordingly.
Tourism and agriculture is a sustainable industry that the people can meaningfully participate. So that's why we would like to other districts to see that important too as well. So work with us and we at least develop 1 or 2 products. So it's a collaboration that we're looking for and a partnership where not only TPA but fisheries, agriculture, and others can also come into the play, into the mix, so we all work together.
The CEO added, elaborating on TPA's focus on capacity building in the partnership, where locals would be inspired to venture into SMEs.
We're also looking at building local capacity for people within each district to venture into probably accommodation facilities, complementing the products. So we'd like to develop local people to participate in this industry.
Mr. Uvovo made these remarks following the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between Kairuku District Development Authority and the Tourism Promotion Authority. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
By way of promoting rich heritage, traditional and agricultural significance, Jimmy District in Jiwaka Province celebrated its 3rd Pandanus, or commonly known as Marita Festival, this week.
Launched in 2023, this is the 3rd festival aims to promote Pandanus or Marita crop as a stable agricultural product, fostering community pride and economic growth.
Very happy, our Jimmy Pool, they really appreciate the festival. They're all celebrating now that they can be able to recognize the importance of Marita. So they are celebrating and they really appreciate what it is happening right now.
The chairman of the Marita Festival, Gabi Aipanga, elaborated on the significance and the use of this crop in the district.
Created by our, new generations and people around us, and because of its commercial significance, we would like to bring that to the attention of the national government. If they can be able to support and do, downstream processing, because it also has benefits others to heat and so many goodness in it. So we brought this to the national government attention, the national planning, Department of National Planning, Department of National Agriculture and Livestock, and the department responsible, Tourism, Arts and Culture.
Jiwaka Provincial Administrator Rick Cogan stated that pandanus is an important crop that has value in the Highlands region and other coastal areas in PNG, which is used in traditional trade ceremonies, bride price, and other customary obligations. Cogan added that the Marita Festival also paves a way for the community to collectively promote Marita crop significance, strengthening community ties through storytelling, displaying traditional dances and music, and exploring economic empowerment and sustainable development growth. Mr. Cogan assured the provincial government's consistent support towards the festival to see the festival grow and be recognized. The two-day event commenced on January 16 and concluded yesterday. Lauren Jimal, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. In January, Water PNG announces water rationing in Port Moresby. Yes, this is inconvenient, but safety comes first, a temporary discomfort for an investment in the future. We are upgrading for cleaner, safer water for all. Support us in this period by planning, rationing and conserving water. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Hi kids, I'm Steffi. Join me on Kids Corner for some great fun and exciting activities. Story time, simple and creative arts and crafts, career corner, nature time, field trips, and not forgetting our cartoons and children entertainment shows. Corner returns February 3rd on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Now moving to overseas news. The Israeli government has approved the ceasefire and hostage deal in Gaza due to come into force from Sunday. The gradual release of Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners will follow.
Final preparations are underway here in Jerusalem and in the Gaza Strip for the beginning of the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon Jerusalem time, which is 1 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, is expected to be stage one of the ceasefire process. Fighting will stop and 3 Israeli hostages currently held in Gaza, 3 women, will be handed to the Red Cross, probably on the border with Egypt, and then taken back into Israel, where they're likely to be flown by an Israeli army helicopter to an army base in the Negev, where they'll undergo a very extensive medical check. Then to a larger hospital in Israel, where they'll stay for some days and be reunited with their families. On the Palestinian side, in exchange for those 3 hostages, are expected to be released 90 or so Palestinian prisoners, mainly women. That process will go on each week for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and as the 6-week period continues, the first phase, there'll be more and more Israeli hostages in exchange for more and more Palestinian prisoners. At the end of the 6 weeks, both sides will see whether they can extend it so that in the end, all 98 hostages currently being held in Gaza will be released.
Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi have been sentenced to prison on corruption charges. The verdict is the most significant financial corruption conviction against Imran Khan to date.
A court in Rawalpindi has sentenced Imran Khan to 14 years in prison and his wife Bushra Bibi to 7 years. Now, they're accused of accepting land from a real estate tycoon, Malik Riaz, in exchange for laundered money during Mr. Khan's time as Prime Minister from 2018 to 2022. Now, an accountability court in Rawalpindi, where Mr. Khan has been imprisoned since 2023, has reserved its verdict in December last year and deferred the announcement 3 times. Mr. Khan claimed that the delays were an attempt to pressurise him. He's also been given a fine of 1 million Pakistani rupees, which is just under 6,000 Australian dollars, while Miss Bibi was fined half that amount. Following this verdict, members of Mr. Khan's party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, protested outside Islamabad's parliament, claiming that the former PM has been unjustly punished. But the government maintains there's irrefutable evidence against the couple in what they're calling a mega corruption scandal. Now, this is another setback for the former cricket star, who's been behind bars since August 2023, charged with around 200 cases. Now, his legal team plans to appeal, maintaining that all charges are baseless and politically driven. Now, importantly, this conviction comes a day after a rare meeting between PTI leaders and the government were aimed at easing political tensions.
There's been a major breach of security at the Houses of Parliament in the UK. Russian diplomats who entered as part of a tour group broke away from that group and accessed a private area of the building.
The meeting place of the UK Parliament, the Palace of Westminster here behind me, is one of the most famous, one of the most recognisable buildings in the world. So it's no surprise that it's one of the most popular places to visit here in London. There are about 25 public tours that go through the building every day, as well as other tours arranged by members of the Parliament, members of the House of Lords and other officials here. Just before Christmas, though, there was a small group of Russian diplomats who reportedly used the cover of one of these tours to get into the building. It's been reported in the UK media that they joined a tour, then broke off to enter a part of the House of Lords that was out of bounds before being discovered by security and removed. It's a significant breach of security because the Russian ambassador, diplomats and other officials who work at the embassy here in London have been banned from the UK Parliament since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine back in 2022. MPs, peers and staff who work in this building are said to be alarmed by the breach. The speakers of both the House of Commons and the House of Lords have both issued messages reminding everyone about the ban on Russian officials and urging them to be vigilant. A parliamentary spokesperson told the ABC that the safety and security of all those who work here is their top priority. However, they couldn't comment on their security measures. Following this stunning security breach, those measures are no doubt being reviewed.
Excavations of Pompeii in Italy have thrown up new treasures. Archaeologists have discovered a beautifully preserved private bathhouse, complete with exquisite artwork and a huge plunge pool.
It's been hidden for 2,000 years. Now, a once-in-a-century discovery emerges. The grandest of spaces, with a perfectly preserved plunge pool. It's the centrepiece of a sumptuous bath complex in a private residence.
For a private house, it's actually enormous. It's, I think, the biggest found here in Pompeii in a private home. Think in the hot summers, your feet in the water, maybe a cup of wine. It's these spaces that really are part of the Pompeii effect. You go there and you can really imagine being there 5 minutes ago or 2,000 years ago.
The bathhouse is part of a grand residence. As well as the frigidarium or cold room, there's a changing room, a warm room and a hot room. And powering all of this was a boiler room. The water came in from the street, moving along a pipe into the house. I mean, look at the plumbing. It looks so modern, like you could still turn this valve on and off. The pipe would have fed into a lead boiler, and then underneath this was a furnace. You can still see the soot. Now, keeping all of this going were slaves working in unbearable conditions who would have had to have made sure that the guests next door were happy by looking through this tiny window up here. In another room, a woman's skeleton was found and a man was discovered close to a doorway.
I think they thought they were safe in this room and they'd barricaded themselves in. They'd closed the window, the doors. So the pyroclastic flow had come from Vesuvius along the street just outside this room and had caused this wall to collapse, and that had basically crushed him to death. So, in fact, she was still alive while he was dying, and then this room filled with the rest of the pyroclastic flow, and that's how she died.
The woman was found with valuable items, suggesting she was high up in society.
Ah, and you've got the items here.
These are now kept in Pompeii's vault.
Wow.
Gold coins still gleaming, and gold and natural pearl earrings, and intricately etched gemstones, one showing the god Mercury.
When we found this kind of object, the distance from ancient times and modern times disappears, and we can touch a small piece of the life of these people.
The excavation here is now coming to an end, but traces of these lost Roman lives continue to emerge.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
February. Cooking over fire. From the garden.
Hi, I'm Marita. Come February, join me on a food spree on a new season of Kite Time.
Kite Time returns February 5th on your number one to watch, Emtv.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Just outside of Port Moresby, the Bomana off-season rolls out its Round 7 games this weekend.
Despite the heat, the field near Bomana Tokura Barracks bustled to life with the love of rugby. Speaking to Trukai Sports, Vice President Jesse Yawa said around 70 teams are participating in this tournament.
You got some 5 clubs na mo all still pending yet stop. Bla try mo sa paning space blow los slot mo lin nung isla round niya. So all just stand by its own all stop.
Sadly, with this much interest involved, the season noted a lack of sponsor support.
Right now, milo no ambla sponsor lo, on lo isla league blomla, milo lo hope lo ambla ko lugim member blomla lo notice lo asking mem lo sikim sambla support lo league blomla.
Vice President Yawa noted the pre-seasons kicked off in November 2024.
Last year, November, we started on the two pre-season naman starting ko finish na. Round 1 blom kam. Now we come in round 7. Round 7 on now. Now tomorrow by going to round 8. We double because long Christmas period and New Year period we missing 4 weeks. So last week now we double tubla weekend one time. Tubla round in Chelo one weekend.
Natasha Ovoy, Trukai Sports.
Former Gulf ISO rep Robert Lovato encourages youths to commit in sports as it is a way to make a name for oneself.
An encouraging sight at the Bomana off-season is the support of former Gulf ISOs. Noting a lot of youth interest in the sporting code, former ISOs gives this encouragement of the opportunities involved.
Yes, the film was sports and good club because I'm keep you busy, trouble free, by discipline underneath the sports conduct code, whereby keeping you busy. Now you got some good opportunity by come up and suppose you educated or you want them, but sports can give you some good future you time you play. You got to look side by come up and or sponsor or good sponsor can put you to school or you can find him good sit and play the future.
While elaborating on efforts to ensure a safe and fair tournament, he also revealed that he started off his love for the sport in a community off-season.
Off-season, long time I'm around it. Now me want to rep off-season too. Me even start play Kefaris and former team me. Me play this off-season, make some experience this off-season there. Na go out Pom Rugby League play the Warriors. Na go some the PRK South. Na go the Digital Cup. Me play ISO 2014 go some. Me former player Digital Cup.
Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Share the love with Gala Ice Cream. Gala Cone Ice Creams. Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams.
Gullah, Gullah, yum.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. In January, Water PNG announces water rationing in Port Moresby. Yes, this is inconvenient, but safety comes first, a temporary discomfort for an investment in the future. We are upgrading for cleaner, safer water for all. Support us in this period by planning, rationing and conserving water. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Get ready for the return of Autonome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Autonome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, Emtv.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Australian Alexander Vukic has suffered a heartbreaking 5-set defeat at the Australian Open, losing to Britain's Jack Draper in a match that ended after 1 a.m.
Vukic was up 2-1, and that started to take its toll on Draper, who is the 15th seed in the tournament. The Australian lost the 4th and 5th sets in tie breaks despite putting Draper under pressure, the last finishing 10-8 in what was a heartbreaking defeat for the Australian. 10-time champion Novak Djokovic is through to the next round with a straight sets win over Czech Thomas Machak, and there was an upset in the women's draw as well, with number 7 seed Jessica Pegula eliminated in the 3rd round by Olga Danilovic of Serbia.
Australia's domination of the Women's Ashes has continued, taking a 3-0 series lead after sweeping the ODI matches with an 86-run win in Hobart.
The win was set up by a maiden one-day international century from Ash Gardner, who became the first Aboriginal woman to hit an international ton as Australia made 8 for 308 batting first. A 5-wicket haul from spinner Alana King helped seal another Australian win, which included this remarkable catch on the boundary from Gardner. The T20 series starts in Sydney tomorrow. Australia is now just 1 win away from retaining the Women's Ashes.
In the NBL, the Perth Wildcats continue to move up the ladder with a 110 to 103-point win at home.
Over Adelaide, superstar Bryce Cotton had 22 points for the Cats. Christian Doolittle had 27 and 10 rebounds. Kendrick Davis netted 31 for Adelaide. The Wildcats have now won 9 of their last 11 games. There were only 2 defeats in that time, against top-of-the-table Illawarra. That's an ominous sign from a team that has won a record 10 NBL championships.
In the Men's A-League, the reigning champions Central Coast Mariners have kept in touch with the top 6 with a 3-1 away win over Western Sydney.
Goals from Alu Kuol, Englishman Ryan Edmondson and Mikel Docker led them to a crucial victory. Just their second win in their last 7 games. The Wanderers are battling in 8th place. And Western United, the 2022 champions, have moved up to 3rd place on the ladder with a 3-1 home win over Newcastle, inspired by a double to young Aussie striker in Noah Botic. And Dennis Law, the great Manchester United striker who won the Ballon d'Or and European Cup during a legendary career, has died at the age of 84. Law scored 237 goals for the club in a glittering career spanning 18 years as he formed a third of United's Holy Trinity alongside George Best and Sir Bobby Charlton. He remains Scotland's joint highest scorer with 30 goals in 55 appearances. Law is the only Scot to ever be named European Footballer of the Year. He had been suffering from Alzheimer's and vascular dementia.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. In January, Water PNG announces water rationing in Port Moresby. Yes, this is inconvenient, but safety comes first, a temporary discomfort for an investment in the future. We are upgrading for cleaner, safer water for all. Support us in this period by planning, rationing and conserving water. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
People have different views about this situation that we are currently going on.
So vote of no confidence is an accountability mechanism.
Talk to you about our Project Zero, focuses on energy poverty.
In Focus returns in February 2025, a weekly news and current affairs talk show which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and the region. We engage in discussions with key decision makers and influential figures across politics, industry, economics and business, as well as health, social, cultural and environmental sectors. Right here on your number one to watch, Emtv.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoniPlus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. Port Moresby City partly cloudy with chances of showers and possible thunderstorm. Popondetta cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Lay City mostly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Vanimo partly cloudy with possible few showers. Moving on to the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau partly cloudy with chances of few showers. Buka partly cloudy with chances of some showers. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Mendi, Tari and Wabeg cloudy with some rain showers, drizzles and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoniPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 18th of January 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing, good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody is up, up, up. Everybody now brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next.
Number 1.
At 7 p.m., Wounded Healers. 9 p.m., Sepak Takraw World Cup. 10 p.m., Saturday Night Movie. 12 a.m., National MTV News Weekly. And 1 a.m., Stop Suffering.